Hello and welcome everyone to Mind with Ria. My name is Ria and I'm a counseling psychologist and I run a mental health platform called Mind with Ria where we talk about the psychological realities of everyday life, that is about mental health, emotional struggles, relationships, trauma, self-worth and personal growth. Through this platform and through my podcast Mind with Ria, my goal is very simple. I just want to make conversations about mental health more normal, relatable, and accessible for everyone. So, and today's episode is very special to me because this is the very first episode of this podcast, and we are launching it on the occasion of International Women's Day. So, a very happy International Women's Day to all the lovely women out there. I couldn't think of a more meaningful day to begin this journey than this. So, for this very first episode, I want to talk about something which many women experience, but very few truly notice. That is the mental and emotional load women carry every single day. See, as a counseling psychologist, I have worked with different women from different backgrounds, different ages, different life stories. And one thing which I observe is similar in them is their emotional themes. Yes, surprisingly, the themes are similar. And they are just the pressure, the guilt, the caregiving fatigue, the silent expectation to always be strong. Yes, so today we will talk about women's mental health not as a buzzword but as a lived experience. So let's begin. So, there is a psychological concept called emotional labor, originally introduced by sociologist Arlie Rizal Hochschild. Emotional labor refers to the effort of managing emotions, both our own and of others, in order to maintain relationships, harmony, and social expectations. So, women often grow up learning the skill of emotional labor very unconsciously. They became the emotional mediator in families, the listener in friendships, the caretaker in relationships, and the emotional anchor for everyone around them. And while these roles are beautiful and nurturing, they can also become psychologically exhausting because emotional labor often goes unnoticed and unacknowledged. And it's the constant thinking beneath it is that, is everyone okay? Did I upset someone? Am I doing enough? Over time, this can create what psychologists call emotional burnout. Yes. Then something which is very another thing is called the caregiver burden. So another concept we often talk about in psychology is caregiving burden. Traditionally, this term was used in clinical context like caring for elderly parents or sick family members. But in reality, many women experience psychological caregiving every day. They carry family expectations, relationship maintenance, emotional support roles, and often professional responsibilities as well. And this creates a phenomena which psychologists call role overload, where one person is simultaneously expected to be successful, nurturing, patient, emotionally available, and resilience. And somewhere in the middle of fulfilling all these roles, women often forget to ask one very important question to them, which is, how am I doing? What I want, what I need. So, this is the concept of caregiving burden. Another thing which I want to highlight is many women, feel the guilt for resting. One of the most fascinating things I noticed in many of my counseling sessions is that many women feel guilty for taking care of themselves, taking some time out for themselves. They think that it is selfish. But psychologically, this comes from what we see called internalized expectations. From childhood, many girls grow up hearing messages like, think about others first, be understanding, don't be selfish. And while empathy is a beautiful trait, over time it can create a self neglect pattern where caring for oneself feels like selfishness, but psychologically speaking, self care is not selfish. It's actually emotional regulation and mental hygiene. So, just like the body needs to rest, to recover, the mind needs boundaries, quiet space, and some time for yourself, right? So these are few things which I've often noticed about emotional labor in women, the caregiving burden, the guilt around resting, taking time, which can create some problems in their mental well-being, which they need to identify as early as possible and seek the needed support. So see, these are things which they experience, but there are certain psychological tools which women can use for emotional balance. So as a therapist, I can like give some suggestions about that. So if you are listening to this and thinking, yes, this all things which I just expressed sounds like me, here are three simple psychological practices that can help not women, anybody out there. That is the emotional check in. So once a day, pause and ask yourself what I am feeling right now. Not what you should feel, but what you actually feeling. Psychology shows that naming emotions reduces the emotional intensity. This is called affect labeling. Then second is the boundary sentence. Women often struggle with boundaries because they fear hurting others. But boundaries are not rejection, they are self respect. So, a simple sentence like, I would love to help, but I need some time for myself today, is a psychologically healthy boundaries. So, you're not supposed to say yes when you want to say no, right? So, keep having healthy boundaries in relationships, in profession, in everything. Then the third is the 10-minute reset. So you don't need a full vacation to regulate your mind. Even 10 minutes of intentional pause can calm the nervous system. So you can take a slow walk, sit quietly without your phone, breathe deeply, eat something which you like. These small pauses tell your brain that I'm safe and I'm allowed to slow down. So it just kind of helps your nervous system to release the load. So, these are certain psychological tools which can help you keep your mental health intact while going through all of these different roles of life. So, on International Women's Day, we often celebrate strength, but today I want to offer a slightly different message to you guys that women do not always have to be strong. Yes, dear women, you are not supposed to be always strong. You are allowed to be tired, you're allowed to be uncertain, you're allowed to be emotional, you're allowed to be vulnerable because mental health is not about being perfect, it's about being honest with ourselves. And if no one has told you this recently, I tell you, you deserve the same care, empathy, and understanding that you so freely give to others. Right? So take care of your mental health, take care of yourself, take time when required in the buzzing days around. And last but very important thing, as a counselor, as a therapist, I would say that whenever you feel like your emotions are getting overwhelmed and you feel like seeking support help, do not shy out, do not hesitate. It's normal, it's okay to seek help from a professional. Yes. So thank you all for listening to my very first episode of Mind with Ria. If this episode resonated with you, share it with a woman in your life. Could be a friend, a sister, a mother, someone who might need to hear this reminder today. Because mental health conversation begins with one honest dialogue at a time. And this is just the beginning. So happy International Women's Day again to all the people out there. And to the women, to the lovely women, and to the people who are embracing the companionship of women around them. To them also, happy International Women's Day. I will be back with amazing such more concepts of psychology and things. Thank you so much for listening to me. Take care of your mind because a healthy mind creates a healthy life. This is Ria signing off from Mind with Ria.